Hey everyone, this is Megan and welcome back to my channel, Stitching Moon, my channel about cross stitch. And today we are at Flosstube number 39 and today is April 28th, 2023. So I have actually some more progress than I expected I would, given that I have been pretty exhausted from my new job, which is being on my feet all day, moving people around, like physical work. So there were days where I barely stitched and I couldn't even handle it, but I have had a little bit of time off where I've regained my energy, and I'll talk about a little of my life plans, how I had some even extra stitching time that I unexpectedly got to finish. I wasn't expecting that at all, but yeah, it happened. So I'm going to show you my finish first, then my whips, which actually was only like, besides my finish, only 3 I think that I worked on, but some good progress. And then I do have one little piece of haul and some shout outs and just a little life update. So let's see. If you've seen my Instagram, you've already seen my finish, but now it's ironed. It's Holly Hobbie. The time to be happy is now. And I did put my initials in like 23 for the year on the bottom, but they look very strange. I wanted to do it like smaller than that Holly Hobbie, so my initials are super small, and then that 23 is just bigger, so it looks really strange, but yeah, I'm not going to change it. So this is on a picture this plus linen called Fog in 28 count. Love that linen. And I did, basically this was mostly done. The X stitches, cross stitches were almost done. I just had to do, like when I picked this up, I just had to do a little bit more of the ground and then all the back stitching and the words. And it is a lot of back stitching, but I managed to do it in a day. And again, I'll get into the reasons why, but a day. At first I was like, oh, maybe I can finish it on this trip we went on. Then I'm like, no, I always say that and it never happens. But in one day, I actually finished it. But it actually happened to be like 5.5 or 6 hours. So, but not too bad. But there are some errors. Like when I was like pretty much new to getting back into cross stitch when I did this. And it was one of my first times, not my first, but like I was very new to stitching linen. So when I first started it, there were definitely some mistakes. Where do I have a picture? Not with me of the actual pattern, or the picture, but like her bow right here, it's supposed to be out more. Like there's supposed to be more space between like her ribbon or bow and her dress. But I think it still looks fine because I mean, it was kind of sticking out like very stiff. So this maybe looks more natural, but I had to like fudge some things around there. And then the back stitching, because I made some mistakes, the back stitching like up here looks all wonky. So yeah, there's that, but when you look at it at whole, you can't tell. So yeah, I'm very happy about that. Now this pattern I got like again when I was first getting back into cross stitch, and it was on Etsy for like $2 and something. So I got it, but I think it was a ripoff. I think it was a stolen design, which I didn't know at the time because it didn't have any like instructions for the backstitch at all. Like it didn't have anything about backstitch. So I just did black for, I looked at kind of what the picture looked like. So I did black for everything except for the stems. I did in a darker green because that's kind of what it looked like on the picture. But also on the picture, it didn't have these words at the top. So yeah, I don't know who the original designer is because also doesn't say that. So my mistake, but didn't know better at the time. It also had several conversions, like color conversions, which was neat. Like you could do the blue, which was this one. You could also do a brown and a reddish. But yeah, I like this one. And I started it on my daughter's birthday, like 2021. So it's for her. This will hang in her room. I want to frame it myself, which I am nervous about because finishing is not my thing. I tried to frame one thing. Well, I did frame one thing, but it's a horrible job. So I'm not sure how I'm gonna do that yet. I'm just gonna kind of play it by ear. I don't know if I'll lace it, but then I feel like that might be too bulky when I frame. So if you know of any good framing cross stitch yourself tutorials, then put them below, but one that doesn't involve sticky board because I really can't find that here in Norway. So if you have another tutorial that you know of, please let me know in the comments and I will be happy to check that out. So here it is again. Now, because I finished this and it was for my daughter, I have another pattern that I wanted to start for her, but I wasn't sure when. So now that I finished this one, I'm going to start the next one. And I'll show you what that is now. I want to start it today. I probably won't get very far on it, but it is this cute pattern by the Prairie Schooler called, yeah, Billy Goat Scruff, 3 Billy Goat Scruff. And the reason I'm starting that is because here in Norway, this fairy tale is very, very popular. And I say it to my daughter every night before bed. So super cute. You can also do just like a smaller version. And I think even in the pattern, there's another version of this you can do where it's like the troll sitting on the bridge. Yeah, it's different. So there's also a troll sitting on a bridge you can do, which maybe I'll do at another time for like a little series. That would be cute. But for now, I'm just going to do the main one, and I have it all kitted up, I believe. It's just DMC. And I got the called for fabric, which is actually Permin, Scandinavian. And what is it? Oh, yeah, this is the called for, just plain, kind of neutral, and it's 32 count lamb's wool. Yeah. And threads are just, not very many of them, just DMC. So excited to start that today, hopefully. Yay. Glad I got to finish. All right, now on to my works in progress. First one, as usual, is my focus piece, one of my main focus piece, I guess, for this year, which is my oldest whip from also just 2021. And it is Queen of Silk, a kit from Designworks. Actually, I think this picture shows it more. And let's see, I don't even know if I've ever said the artist, which is, I think I don't know if you pronounce it Nene or Nini, but Nene Thomas. And I got a lot done on this since last time. Looks so good. And I actually got some of the flosses that I was missing finally from Designworks. So if you've seen my other videos, like I was saying, I ran out of several, or I'm almost out of several, and I ran out completely of the gold metallic, and I have tons more to do. So the company sent me more. I never got it the first time, and now that I sent them an email again, they sent it. Finally, like over a month later, I got it. The gold is good, and one other color is good, but the others are not the same color. Like one is close where it could be like a dye lot issue, but the other one is not even close, so I don't know. But I do have most of them in stash that look like I matched it up to my color card that I have. So I have most of them in stash, but here she is. I don't even know if you can see all of it. From a distance in the camera, it still doesn't look like I've done much, but I did. So I was working down in the dress, going like up and down by 10 by 10 squares, and I'm almost at the point where I can finish the dress and then go all the way back up to the top and work my way down again. So that's exciting. This was so much stitching. And what I've done, I think since last time, is like this this like finished these flowers, like did all of this up here. I finished all of these flowers that I'm coming down here. And then I also filled in the gold that I was missing that's in some of the flowers. Unfortunately, it doesn't sparkle on camera, but it's really sparkly in real life, so it looks so good, so pretty. I wish it would show. So yeah, this looks so much better in real life, like you have no idea. And even though it has some issues with like how much thread it comes with, like I wouldn't let that stop you if you like this design, just because it is so gorgeous. And there's going to be beads and more sparkles, so just know you might have to order from the company and hope you get the right ones, or like find some in your stash that match. And I think there is a conversion online for like what equals what, so you can check that and see. But yeah, so I'm gonna smile because I have such a hard time finding a good photo for like my covers of these. But yeah. Yeah, so that's her. What else was, I think that was all I was gonna say. And it's fun. It's fun to work on. All right. Next, let's see, we can do, I guess this is another little mini finish, which I get now a lot of because I'm working on the Advent animals from Brooke's books, free patterns. And I finished another one. And this one's my favorite. I've been waiting to get to this one. It's so colorful. Colin Cardinal. Again, this lighting doesn't do it justice. Like, it's so much brighter. Maybe because it's like overcast out now. The lighting was better like right before I started filming, so it's not as colorful as it really is in person. But yeah, I love that one. It was a lot of stitching, but yeah, this came out so cute. Little gingerbread house with the gumdrops. I love the gumdrops. So yeah, another finish. I'm like more than halfway there. There's 25 of them. And we're not even halfway through the year, so I can do this. I can finish this before Christmas. Hopefully quite a bit before Christmas, so I can finish it, which I'm dreading already. Like, I hate finishing. Like, fully finishing, I mean. Yeah, but I love how they're coming out. They look so cute. Okay, now I only have one more whip to show you. That is Home in the Mountains by Golden Kite, and it's the picture of Rivendell that everybody, or a lot of people, are doing, that was started for Suki the Brown-Eyed Stitcher's birthday. And I have the standard, which is the biggest, with the blends, so it's a lot of work. And I've been trying to make this my full coverage focus until I get a full Q-snap done. But now with like how I've been feeling a lot after work, and I need to really be like have energy and be in the mood to do this one just because of all the blends, like it can be a lot of work. So I'm just gonna do it as I have the energy and kind of see where it goes. But I love it. It's beautiful and it's coming out so good. I only actually got one day on this since last time, but it was about 600 stitches or so. Yeah, I'll show you. I love like the colors and the detail and how soft looking it is. I'm doing it 2/110 on 25 count. And there is more than it looks like just because of all this confetti, which is kind of a pain because you can't see as much progress right away. But I love working with the yellows in here. like, it looks like it shouldn't be that yellow, but it is, like, kind of, if you look at the photo, like, up there. So it's cool. It's like the sun reflecting on, like, the trees and the mountain. So pretty. But yeah, so what it is, I have 4,787 stitches, and it's 1.38%. It's a big one, 700 by 495 stitches, my biggest project, which is 346,500 stitches. So yeah, long way to go, but little by little. So that was all for my works in progress this time. But I actually had this before and I forgot to show you. I know I'm not supposed to buy anything, but this was like a therapy shop. So I think it was the Heaven and Earth Designs Easter sale. And I was having a bad day at work, just like feeling ugh and down and like ugh. So I was on break and I saw like they had a sale and I was like, ooh. So I went on my wish list and I found this one and it just like fit my mood so perfect. So I was like, oh, I'm getting that. And it's a pattern and it's called Be Still My Troubled Heart. So pretty dramatic, but it's how I was feeling. But I think it's so pretty. I love the wings, that swan, the roses. So I don't even know. I buy patterns not knowing if or when I'll start them. So yeah, this I think would even be bigger. This is bigger than Home in the Mountains. So yeah, this would probably just be like if I start it just to like do progress and not like have a plan to finish it, because I mean I want to finish everything, but there's no way, like I just have too much. So that is that. All right, then I think is Shoutouts. I finally had a chance to like watch more Flosstube and catch up on that, which was nice. And for some reason, I was just very into kit parades and all the parades. So I watched a ton of kit parades, which were amazing. Not that I need to be doing that and not that I need to be enabled more for kits. I actually want to do another kit parade in like summer, like mid-year, because I have acquired and will still get more when my family comes to visit. But yeah, I've been loving them. And one of them is a new Flosstuber, and she is from Finland but lives in Australia. So another expat. And her channel name is I Stitch Birds with a question mark. So I'll link everyone I shout out in the description. But she has a whip parade, she has like a 3-part kit parade, and she also loves RTO kits, and I love RTO kits, the artwork, and I have a bunch of their kits, so she also really likes those. She has a lot of dimensions too, so I really recommend her channel. And then the cross stitch lady, who I think is in Sweden, who has a kit parade where it's her, it's not like her talking about them, but she shows them and plays music as she's showing them. And she has like 80 kits in this parade. I think it was a few months ago, and she's gathered more kits since then. So yeah, she definitely is a collector like I am turning into. So very fun to watch, very enabling. And finally, Lucky Chance Stitcher, who I'm not sure how long ago, no, they weren't that long ago. She recently did a kit parade, which I think was a couple parts, I want to say. Well, she also did a finish parade, and oh my god, I just can't even believe how much she has finished, like big things. They are gorgeous, like a lot of mirabilias, and she's finished like a lot of different big kits, and just projects in general. So I was amazed watching her finish parade. And it actually gave me hope that I can do and finish a lot of my projects eventually. So that was fun. But yeah, kit parade as well, which is awesome. So yeah, otherwise I have just a little fun life update where this was actually when I finished Hobbie, which was this 2 days ago. My husband and I went to Bergen on like a little overnight trip, which Bergen from us, it's south. It's like 4-ish hours away, and we actually took a boat because we're living like alongside the fjord, so we can take, they call it a speedboat, and it goes all the way down to Bergen, like making stops along the way. So we took a boat into Bergen through the fjords, and it's about a little over 4 hours or something. So I took my stitching and I was like, maybe I'll take Hobbie because I needed a little bit of break from Queen of Silk. So I'm like, well, maybe I'll take her. Maybe I can finish her by the end of the trip. But I finished her that day because after we were on the boat for that long, my husband had a dentist appointment. It's crazy. His dentist is 4 hours away in Bergen. We have them closer, but that's like his family one that he likes going to. So he went to the dentist. I was at a cafe, and we had a little time. So I think I was there like 2 hours, maybe 2.5, where I just finished it. I was so excited. And yeah, in that one day. And then I also did bring my Queen of Silk, which is why I got so much progress on her, because then I stitched her on the way back, but not as long because my battery on my iPad died. But anyway, that wasn't the highlight of the trip because we actually went there to see a comedian that we like, Jim Jeffries. We actually saw him in Florida when we lived in Florida several years ago. So it was cool to go and see him again. And it was really funny. And his opening acts, like, both were really funny, which sometimes are hit or miss, but the whole thing was really good. So it was nice to go actually to somewhere with people. Like, I don't think I've seen that many people together since I went back to the US like last summer because we live in such a small town where not much is happening, especially over the winter. So that was really nice just to go out and see people and just get away for a little bit. So that was nice. Although the weather was insane. We're in the end of April now. We get to Bergen, which is known to be like cloudy and rainy most of the time, but we get there and it starts hailing. Not like giant, but like it looked like sea salt was like falling from the sky. So it was hailing and yeah, the weather was so weird. It would be sunny and then it would hail and then it would rain and then it would be sunny. So yeah, very strange, but it's also cold. I'm so sick of the cold. Like here and in Bergen, the high going into May is, okay, in Celsius, it's like 7 degrees, which in Fahrenheit, it's 44 degrees. 44. And that's in May. Like, it's going to be into May. Oh, please send me some sunny thoughts. But I guess that's Norway. Price you have to pay for living in this beautiful place. So last final thing is I just filmed right before this video a second video for my new channel called Nourishing Ideas. And if you didn't watch my last video, I made a new channel that's all about having or developing a healthy relationship with your food and your body. I'm a registered dietitian and then also mind-body eating coach. So I want to like just kind of bring that information out into the world and share. And this one is all about, it's actually a series that I'm going to do. It was part 1 of a series on mind-body nutrition. So I talk about some practical tips and things you can do. So I will also link that in my channel here below in case you're interested. I feel like I talked really fast. Well, I was talking for my other video too, but this was a pretty short one. But yeah, I hope to, plans, I don't know. I think I'm gonna try and get back to my rotation, but it'll be hit or miss, I think, on Home in the Mountains. We'll just see. But I will have that new start, so I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.